and speak to our reporter Francis Mtalaki, where Jubilee leaders led by President Uhuru Kenyatta are expected to hold a rally at Jomvu Kuu. Mtalaki, good afternoon to you. What is happening on the ground?
Well, good afternoon, and we are at Mvita grounds here in Mvita constituency, where the ODM led by the governor of Mombasa, Ali Hassan Joho, together with the area member of parliament who is Abdul Samad Sharif, are set to hold a parallel rally here. But we understand the president will be in Jomvu constituency drumming support for the Jubilee administration, and from here we'll be heading to Jomvu. But interesting is that the Mombasa leadership has chosen to have a parallel rally here at Jomvu at Mvita, and we're also keeping an eye on what is going to be happening here. But currently what is happening here, the preparations are still ongoing. We understand that the rally is set to begin at 2 p.m. so we'll be waiting and see if the leaders will be coming here, what they're able to say. But with regard to the national matters, maybe we expect the president and his deputy to touch on issues surrounding security. Remember, for the past 2 or 3 weeks, issues for security has been a major concern to the leaders here down at the coast. So those are the key areas that we are looking at in terms of what the political leaders will be saying with regard to leadership and politics for 2017. And the Jubilee administration has been coming here for quite a while, and the opposition has been also dismissing claims in terms of what the Jubilee has been bringing in terms of development. And so maybe here in Vita constituency, those are the key areas that the opposition will also bashing in terms of development and coast region at large.
All right, of course, Mtalaki, the coastal region traditionally has been deemed as an opposition stronghold with about 1.7 million registered voters, but Jubilee seems to be keen on chipping this fraction of the vote for NASA. What seems to be the key issues that Jubilee is running on in the coastal region, considering this is not the first time that we're seeing them hold rallies there?
One key issue, basically, Michelle, and looking and why they chose to go to Jomvu, basically it is given there's a lot of the development issues surrounding the area around Jomvu, Changamwe, and the areas that accessing Mombasa. So maybe that could be the main reason as to why they chose to go for Jomvu. And there is a perception that the Jubilee candidate for Jomvu constituency is also a well-known person by the locals in Jomvu, so he could be one of the reasons that the Jubilee have chosen to go to Jomvu. And given that earlier reports were indicating that the Jubilee they wanted to hold a rally at Tononoka, but looking at the distance and what had happened earlier before the party primaries, then it could be not viable for them to be holding two parallel rallies in one constituency, and the distance is very small. So maybe those are some of the reasons as to why the Jubilee administration are choosing to go to Jomvu. And more importantly is to sell their agenda, given that they're saying that they want to unite this country. And in terms of wing for votes, given that the coast region has 1.7 million registered voters, then it could be key if they can be able to get a sizable percentage from this region, and specifically Mombasa, where they have been receiving a lot of criticism from the governor and the leadership here at the county level. Michelle.
And finally, Mtalaki, before I let you go, do we know the leaders who will be accompanying President Uhuru Kenyatta on his rally there at Jomvu, as well as the leaders who will be accompanying Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho?
For Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho, the area member of parliament, we understand Abdul Samad Sharif will be the one leading the team here. And also some leaders are from the other constituencies like Likoni constituency, where the candidate for ODM, Ms. Shimboko, we understand that she will be here. Also the current member of parliament for Jomvu, Badi Twalib, who is now vying on an ODM ticket, will be here also, because some of the issues that they have been speaking the last 2 or 3 days is with regard to the security, saying that most of the issues that are happening around most of the issues that are happening around here with regard to security is that the local leaders have been blamed, such as the current member of parliament for Kisauni, Rashid Benzimba, in terms of security. And we remember Nelson Maro has been very vocal in terms of blaming some of the local leaders here and possibly from the opposition. Those are some of the sentiments that the local leaders have been raising. And to the Jubilee side, we understand that the president and his deputy will be accompanied by most of the local leaders who are under the Jubilee ticket, from Suleiman Shabal, who earlier in the day had met some of the youth leaders here to try and drum support. So those are some of the leaders we are looking at who will be gracing the president's tour here in Mombasa. Of course, the president will be here until Wednesday, touring the coast region. Michelle.
All right, Mtalaki, and of course a lot of interested bystanders. They are very interested in how you're relaying this news live to us. Many thanks. Francis Mtalaki will be joining us later on for more live details. It is now 14 minutes past the hour. You're watching a Weekend at 1 on KTN News. I'll take a short break now, but do stay with us. More live details on the campaign trail coming up after the break.